we keyed this 991.2 GT3 RS. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Saad, and this is the Obsession Car Detailing weekly recap. Now, I'm not trolling you. We did actually key this GT3 RS to test how good PPF is. If you want to find out, check out the full video, which will be on Instagram and YouTube soon. But until then, we'll have to wait. Anyway, we do have this GT3 RS in. You may have seen it online before. This car was just purchased by its new owner. I believe it's got 15,000 Ks on it. One thing which I find interesting on this car is he doesn't have the Alcantara steering wheel. He's got the leather steering wheel. Whoever spec'd this car probably just wanted the leather because it doesn't wear badly like Alcantara does. I love Alcantara steering wheels. They do require a bit of care. And by care, I mean weekly cleaning and brushing. It's not a big deal. It takes a few minutes. I think the leather does look out of place on essentially a race car. But you know what? You can actually replace these steering wheels and get Alcantara ones, and I think the owner should. I think the owner should get a new steering wheel in Alcantara with a red center stripe to set it off, and I think that's going to look fantastic. So to the owner, Angelo, I know you're watching this. Take my advice. I'm very good when it comes to speccing cars and knowing what looks good. Get an Alcantara steering wheel with a red center stripe. So this car actually came to us with full PPF on there. There was nothing wrong with the PPF. It was actually in really good shape. Bit of damage on the front end, as can be expected with 15,000 Ks. The owner decided he wants us to remove the PPF from the whole car and redo it. Now, normally I would say yes, certainly, and I don't normally say no to money. But in this case, I was like, mate, the PPF is in great condition. There's no need to replace all of it. We can just replace the bonnet and the bumper, maybe the front fenders, and save you some money. He insisted to us, no, Saad, I want to redo the whole PPF because I want the car to feel like it's mine. And you know what? I respect that. To be honest, if I bought a car that was, 8 years old or 7 years old and it had full PPF on it, I too would probably look at maybe taking the PPF off the car and then redoing it so I could say it's my car now. It feels like my car. The other thing, which I think a lot of people don't understand, is that, yeah, PPF has a warranty or a lifespan of around 10 years. But the longer you leave the PPF on the car, the harder it is to remove. I think this has been here for 8 years and the PPF came off really easily. Now, you can wait 10 years, another 2 years, but really when you're dealing with a car of this caliber, what's another 2 years? Just get it done now and it looks great. One thing which we are going to do as well, this car didn't have the side stickers on there. The owner has ordered some new ones and he's going to give those to us to install on top of the PPF. If you remember the yellow GT3 RS we did, on that one we installed stickers on top of the PPF, giving them a gloss look. But in this situation, the owner wants to retain the matte sticker look, so he wants us to put the stickers on top of the PPF. There's no right or wrong way here. Honestly, it's personal preference. I personally like gloss stickers, but if you want that full OEM finish, then matte is the way to go. Moving along, we've got some BMWs here. You will recall that last week we had the BMW club at the shop for an evening of fun, and this owner decided to book his car in that day. We've done a full paint correction, full front PPF on the rear, like just there and there, and the car is basically ready to go. Just needs a quick final wipe down, so this will be ready to go tomorrow. Now, my S1000 is here as well. You'll notice it's looking a little bit weird with no grips. I am actually planning to sell this bike, but the grips are a bit worn, so I thought, you know what, I'll replace them. Everywhere online basically said you can't remove the grips without damaging the heating element. I beg to differ. I did, and it was quite simple. You just need a sharp knife. I made a video explaining that on my other channel, Saad on Cars. So if you want to know, be sure to check that out. And whilst I was at it, I put some new levers on. I don't actually have the replacement grips yet. They should be here tomorrow or the day after. I'll put them on and then it should look really good. Let's go in the booth and see what Matteo is up to. Oh yeah, my M3 is sitting here looking fantastic. This Porsche Cayman 718, full PPF. This was done a few days ago, ready to go. It'll be picked up this weekend. We've done heaps of these, fantastic car. Honestly, like one of the best mid-engine cars you can get. Just needs a final wipe down before it goes. This car, I believe, was a demo or something from Porsche Canberra. And it was brought to us, gave it a polish, detailed it, wrapped the whole car, and it's looking fantastic. Let's talk to Matteo and see what he is up to. Matteo, how are you, buddy?
Very good, thanks.
What are we doing to this F46 M4?
We are doing a stealth conversion.
Awesome. Tell me about that.
Nothing crazy. I mean, I've spent like 2 hours doing the patterns because we didn't have patterns for stealth conversion on this car, and yeah, I'm very happy because I did them. So
yeah, nice.
That's better.
This is your job. That's
yeah.
Good. That's good. That's good. Any challenges that you can see on this car that you've encountered? That's anything particularly difficult about this one?
I'm not sure how many Ks has on it, but it came very dirty. You can tell. I have to be very careful to not spray too hard into the cracks and edges. So yeah, you have to have some be extra careful.
Sure. Other than that, mate, you've done this 718. That's pretty much done, isn't it? Just what does it need? Just the final touch up and things like that in terms of like the glass and all those things?
Yeah, final check for edges, but so far it's looking good.
Yeah, it's been here a few days. I really like this. Actually, we finished this car, I think, on Friday or Saturday, and he's picking it up this coming Saturday. So having the car done and letting it sit here for a few days is honestly the best way to do it. A lot of people are impatient, but if you can let us keep the car for, 4 or 5 days after the PPF is done to let us monitor it and let the film really dry and cure, that's the best way.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I wish we can have every car like sitting after finish, like for a week, like you said, because sometimes it's very normal to have very minor liftings or whatever imperfections. We are humans, so we can check a few days after.
Awesome. Anything else, buddy? Anything new happening?
No, I have done the M340 yesterday front end, and I'm trying to finish this one as quick as I can to do the GT3 RS.
Where's Gary today? He's not working today?
Gary has an IT job at the same time, so he has to mix between his other job and us, and yeah.
Sweet as, mate. I think that's everything, man. Thank you. Like the video, don't forget to hit subscribe. All right, guys, so next up, we got Kai. He's washing this Mark 8.5 Golf GTI. Now, this one's in for our Plus package, which is single stage paint correction, ceramic coating of the paintwork, glass, plastics, wheels, and interior. He's currently doing the prep wash on there. Now, this car actually belongs to one of my OG customers as well. Shout out to Trish and Lee. The first car we ever did for them was a Volkswagen Scirocco, and since then they've had a plethora of cars, M2, RS4, Porsche Taycan. I think there's a Macan in there at some point. There's probably some other cars I've missed. And shout out to them. They always bring their cars to us back in the day when I used to detail from my parents' garage. This is their latest car. I think this is going to be Lee's new daily driver. Let's go and have a chat with Kai and see what he's up to. Hey Kai, where are you? Kai, how are you, buddy? What's been happening?
Not too much. Busy week last week, and it's a nicer, slower, less correction intense week this week.
Yeah, it's good. We've had a couple of cancellations this week, unfortunately, but to be honest, guys, I'm not that fussed. We were pretty busy, and I don't know, if you're the kind of person who cancels on us last minute, I don't really want to know you. You're just, let's not go there. But Kai, last week, you did a massive job on that Ferrari F430. I think it was over like a period of 2 weeks, kind of on and off. Tell me about that one.
Yeah, it was over a period of 2 weeks, but it really sort of like had to pick up last week to get it done in time for Auto Italia. If you checked it out, you would have seen it there. It looked fresh. I wasn't there. I was busy on the weekend. But from a couple of people that I know messaged me saying, dude, this thing looks sick. I feel like I did a good job. It was probably about like 30 odd hours of actual like polishing between the cutting step and the polishing step. So like it really shows when you get it out in the sun, because it's just flat and it's deep and it's so glossy. It looked fantastic in the shop, and from what I've been told, it looked fantastic in the sunlight.
No, I did go to Auto Italia and it looked amazing. Like, I think we used our new coating on that, didn't we? The one with the TEOS. We're using a new coating at the moment, guys. Next level, unreal performance. I saw it and parked next to all the other Ferraris that were just covered in swirls. It stood out, like it just looked $1 million.
Yeah, there's nothing better than like a point of comparison of like the same Rosso Corsa just swirled up next to one that's like fully corrected. It's like this that looks more pink than it does red. It's like if you ever see Guards red in person, it's red, just like this GT3 RS that's in.
Other than the polishing and the coating, what else did we do on that car?
So we did a interior detail. Owner really liked the stripes in the carpets. Good touch. Nice work, Mikey. We do love the stripes.
Shout out to Mikey.
Shout out, Mikey.
Where is Mikey today anyway? Why isn't he here?
He's working on his actual job.
Yeah, IGA. Like, why would he choose? I mean, school holidays. Usually on school holidays, he's here every day. I think today maybe he had to cover a shift at IGA or something.
Yeah, well, when you get a signed shift, it's like you don't really want to back out of shifts to like another joint. But we also did the wheels. So took the wheels off, got rid of every single bit of old double-sided tape from the wheel weights.
Guys, quick note there. Tire shops out there, when you put new tires on wheels, spend a few minutes and get rid of all the old tape residue. It's not hard when it's fresh. Use something like some Kosh Chemi tea, or if you want to find out what the best way to do it is, just hit me up and I'll hook you up with some chemicals. But guys, please take the extra time and do it properly.
Yeah, it'll save me a solid 30 minutes of just getting rid of double-sided tape. But new coating on there went on sweet. The coating we had before, very similar, but it was fantastic to begin with. And then this is just, it's just a whole different level. It's gloss, ease of application, and as an installer, you don't really need to like stress or worry if you're going to mess up a panel. So it's a lot of headache off of me instead of like some coatings where you have to do like half a door at a time, and then you're stressing about like high spots and everything. And no, there's nothing with this. As long as you take it off before it's too late, you're fine.
Yeah, no, it looks incredible. I'm really happy with the result. Are we going to tell people what coating is, or is that our special secret?
I think that's our special secret. It'll get out eventually, and like if you look hard enough in this video, you might even find it. But it's no secret that it's a fantastic coating. And there's people hate on the brand for some strange reason. Everybody hates on their own little brands, whatever. But like people that use it, no. And I even watched a coating tier list video the other day.
Oh yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
God, he's annoying.
He seemed.
I think it's his accent. It's a Canadian accent. I think I can't deal with.
So it was pretty good. Okay. Don't get me started on the Canadian. Okay. So he ranked our previous coating, the C6 Hydro Light, as an A, which is fantastic. And he was talking about ease of access, longevity, and everything. There's times when people will put a coating on, and because it's also a consumer coating, anybody can buy it. But if you don't have the professional sort of idea of what you're doing, you can have issues in the long term, because if you haven't prepped the surface, you haven't corrected the surface, and if you're not putting on fresh paint or doing your proper panel wipe, and then using the adhesion promoter polish, that's the biggest one. If you don't use that, you're going to have issues in the future. So there's people that'll skip out on that, like, oh, I'll just panel wipe it. It's a system. It's meant to work together. You can think of it kind of as like some coatings that are dual layer. It's the same kind of thing. It's just one's of adhesion promoter polish, and then you've actually got the polish. So
yeah, it's kind of like I could go tomorrow and buy I couldn't, I don't have enough money, but let's hypothetically, I could go and buy a GT3 Cup car, but just because I have a GT3 Cup car doesn't mean I'm going to be doing the same lap times as the professional drivers, isn't it? That's why the whole consumer versus professional coating thing, back in the day, that was a real thing, because the professional level coatings were so hard to apply that you don't want consumers doing them, because the manufacturers didn't want to deal with a plethora of complaints from people saying, oh my God, it's right, I can't remove it. Now, all the pro coatings are super simple to apply because technology has gotten better. All the consumer coatings are so good now. So, a lot of manufacturers don't bother with the whole certification only thing. Some still do, and they have tiers. Like we've got certified only coatings and ones you can get from yourself. In fact, we sell coatings to people, including other detailers as well. The reason we don't necessarily share the coating that we're using is because I personally think it's not actually that important. It's like the brand of coating. Yeah, the brand of coating, much like the brand of PPF, is almost like the least important aspect of getting your car coated. All the prep and the experience and curing is way more important.
Yeah, and who's doing it and the knowledge and experience they have. It's all the gear and no idea.
Exactly.
Situation. So, good coating. Ferrari turned out great. We did a Kia EV6 last week as well. That turned out fantastic. It was that deep Kia black, and oh my God, it just swallowed light. It was great.
Yeah, that EV6 actually come up looking great with a little Batman symbol as well.
But this week, nice and easy. Finish off that M340i. Front end PPF, ceramic coating on it, all sweet. Two-step correction. E46 did a windshield cowl swap. Put the wipers back on that have been painted.
Yeah. Chad from Autocolors did those for us. He painted them in some special industrial paint to freshen them up.
Did that, and then gave the engine bay a good quick clean, and then touched it up with some plastic dressing.
Oh yeah, and you painted your nuts.
Yeah, painted some nuts. Well,
bolts.
Technically, yeah. Painted the wheel bolts because they were a little bit crusty and old. So did those, struck the freshly powder coated wheels on. Now we're just waiting for badges to turn up, and then we can do our final polish, coating, and send it. So it's been here a while, but good things take time, especially with this sort of like little things that come up and then we're waiting for stuff to come.
Yeah, we're juggling. We've dealt with like 4 other suppliers and companies to get this car done. It's not all us. We've, acted as as the coordinator, the project manager, so to speak, for this car.
Exactly. And, buildings don't get built in a week.
In Dubai, they do, I think.
It's,
China.
China's good old paper concrete. Yeah, let's not mention that. But yeah, pretty easy week. Got to dry off my GTI and get ready for a plus package tomorrow.
Awesome. Thanks, Kai. I will talk to you soon. Final up. To finish up, guys, E46 M3 car, already talked about this. Just a quick detail on this one. So the windscreen cowls are no longer available from BMW. I bought this one from China, from AliExpress. They weren't available from AliExpress years ago. I think they've just been discontinued by BMW. A whole bunch of E46 parts have been discontinued by BMW. Luckily, I've got a good stockpile of them for my car. This one cost me about $300 or so delivered from China. I'm blown away at the quality. It is like OEM. It's unreal. I suspect that BMW perhaps stopped making a lot of parts for these older cars and has sold the designs or whatever to various other companies who can then remake them so that there's still support. Even like things like these grills, you can no longer get them new from BMW, but you can get them from China now in real good quality. Center consoles, interior trims, all available. So I'll show you here. We actually sanded or used like some steel wool on the wheel nuts to scuff them up and clean them, then hit them with a bit of satin black paint. I don't expect they'll last forever, but luckily painting wheel nuts isn't difficult. Every time you take the wheels off, maybe just give them a quick scuff and hit them again with some paint. You can buy new wheel nuts, but they just cost so much. Personally, for my car, I'd probably change the wheel nuts to wheel studs and get some titanium nuts. But that's just me. That's what I like to do. And I think the owner wants to keep this car fairly original. Interior's been done. Mikey's done a fantastic job on that. The gear shifter. So the H pattern with the M emblem is basically no longer available. Couldn't find one anywhere for sale. But I did find a whole new gear knob from China for like $20 or something. So my plan there is we've ordered the gear knob. I'll take the emblem off and stick it on there. You can buy the whole gear knob and boot, which comes as a new emblem direct from BMW, but it's $900 for a gear knob and boot. So I was like, you know what, let's just spend $20 and get a new emblem from China. Now guys, other than that, I think that's, let's I got Ahmed in the house. Buddy, how you been? What are you doing here today?
Oh, I was hoping you film some content.
Yeah. What are we doing next? We're gonna go to Bubba's and film some content there?
Apparently so, yeah. They want to film some content, so we're gonna go there.
Sweet as. Yeah, we've got a car meet coming up, I think, organised with the guys at Bubba's soon, so keep an eye out for that. Anything you want to say to our viewers?
No. Have a good day.
Easy. With that, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Please like, share, subscribe, and until next time, stay protected.